Hey guys, look what I got. That's right, I got the HobbyKing Hellcat little nugget. In this video, we're gonna unbox it. We're gonna take a look at all the parts and pieces, and then at the end, we're gonna wrap things up with our pros and cons. Coming up next, we're gonna see what's going on inside the box. All right, here's a quick scan of everything that comes inside the box. As you can see, everything comes nicely poly-bagged, which is awesome. And don't worry, I'm going to take everything out of the poly bags here shortly, but I wanted to show you guys how well this was packaged. And of course, here's the quick startup guide where we have a QR code that leads to the full meal deal manual. Coming up next, I'm going to show you everything out of the poly bags. Okay, here's a look at the fuselage without the poly bagging. Now if you look, you've got two different canopy options that you can glue on, or you can leave it open and do some FPV, which I think is quite cool. Over here we've got the rudder and vertical stabilizer and rudder. Very nice little nugget. And here is the main wing, and it's got some nice skids on the bottom, ball links, which is very nice. And here is the horizontal stabilizer, accessories pack, and of course the prop and prop adapter. Okay guys, when we come back, this thing is going to be fully assembled, and I'm going to give you guys assembly tips if needed. Okay guys, here's a wide angle look at what this looks like on the bed. I'm going to take this off the tripod here shortly, and then we're going to take a closer look. All right guys, here's a look at the little nugget. We're going to do kind of a flyby tour right here. The assembly overall was pretty quick and simple. Right back there, all you need to do is use the metal bolt, screw it up through the bottom. After you've got everything situated, I will show you here shortly what I did to get that situated. The only glue in the entire thing right here in the canopy, and that is after you select the canopy of your choice. And there you go guys, very cool. I will show you some of those tail section quirks coming up next. Okay, so right here in the middle of your screen we've got a flexible tab. One thing I wanted to show you guys is right there in the middle of your screen at the bottom of the vertical stabilizer. Once you've affixed the horizontal and vertical units, you just slide that flexible tab into the bottom of the vertical stabilizer, and it's a really nicely designed thing, but if you don't know what's going on, it's a little confusing. So I hope that helps you folks that are assembling it right now as you're watching my unboxing. The other piece that I wanted to show you guys is that I shaved just a little bit off the back of the fuselage. That way we had full range of elevator motion, which is always a good thing, right? And then I also shaved off just a hair of the foam on the vertical stabilizer. So that leads us into what's coming up next. We are gonna let the control surfaces move, guys. Here we go, guys. Full range of motion on the ailerons, full range of motion on the elevator. I have not dumbed this down yet. With dual rates, I will be doing that before I do the maiden flight. And coming up next, we are gonna see if we can rip up the prop, we can make it spin and make some noise, blow some stuff around in here, and have some fun, guys. Okay, let's let this thing rip. Oh wow, guys. So this is what it looks like inside the battery bay. And I've got my receiver there. And this kit comes with a chunk of Velcro. So I'm gonna lay that down, and I'm gonna use that to keep the battery affixed inside the battery bay. And there's also kind of a tight fit once you've got the canopy on. So I think that will keep everything nice and secure. And these are the little mechanisms that I use to tune the rudder as well as the elevator. So if things are sitting up too high or too low, you just unscrew those screws and adjust those linkages. So I hope you found that helpful. Before we get to the pros and cons, I want to show you guys a couple quick things. One, the cowl right here. It's magnetic, so if you need to do engine work, you pop off the prop, pop that off. Magnets, very nice, very nice. And it's also got a nice plastic skid plate at the bottom of it. It has a skid plate behind that and then a much larger skid plate behind that. So it protects the foam, all those things that would be otherwise delicate as a belly lander. We've also got really nice, on either side, we've got nice servo covers, very thick plastic, very durable. And behind that, we've got ball links on the ailerons. Now, coming up next, we are going to do our pros and cons. All right, guys, we are going to do our pros and cons for this little nugget. As far as the pros go, it has a very easy 2-bolt assembly, which is really handy. The 4S power system that you heard a little bit earlier, I think I was only about 65–70% throttle on that because I didn't want to give it any more just in case it slipped out of my hand in here. That would have been bad news. It has a magnetic cowl so you can pop off the prop, do any kind of maintenance or swap out a motor, whatever you want to do. You have easy, quick access with that. I like that quite a lot. And also has skid plates and servo protectors for belly landing on various terrain. Very nice. It's got ball links on the ailerons. As far as the cons go, nothing major, but a couple things of note. The tail section has a little bit of quirk with it, with a flexible deal. Got to slide it in the bottom. And the other con is that you need to sand off, at least with mine, I had to sand off a small amount of foam for full range of motion for the control surfaces. With all that being said, like, comment, and subscribe. Check the link in the description. And GBLynden out.